if you're a lover of boxing, you must be very excited because the Olympics are coming and you get so much more boxing than you typically get. Because we know that normally when there's a boxing match, it takes months of anticipation and everything, and there's a big build-up. But when we have the Olympics, you get to watch a lot of boxing pretty much every day in tournament format. So we are pretty excited about it, as people who have watched Olympic boxing before, and of course we've done our Anthony Joshua's and co in the past. So what do you think of the Olympics coming up, like with the boxing event?
I think it's very exciting because compared to football, where you see where you can see games like every weekend and stuff, boxing is very peculiar because we really don't get to see top games so often. I mean, you always remember the hype between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, how people were talking about it for like in the build up to the game. We don't see all those kind of high profile boxing matchups every time. So when we have an opportunity to watch boxing on a frequent level, there's a lot of buzz naturally, and bookmakers also tap into this excitement by offering good odds and whatnot. And the Olympics coming around is a perfect opportunity for boxing lovers to to throw their money out. And
I mean we know that there are some heavyweights in boxing typically, and pun intended, there's some heavyweights in boxing in terms of countries. The USA, of course, they have the most medals in the history of boxing. Then there's Cuba as well, who are always, in fact, in the last 4-5 Olympics, they've been up there, and it's their national sport. So of course, if you're going to be betting, you're going to be looking at countries like that and backing them. But we also have Nigeria competing. In our history, we've had just 6 medals from boxing, no gold medal yet, 3 silver medals and 3 bronze medals. Do you think that we can finally get our gold medal?
Do I think we can? I think this time around there's a chance. I mean, for starters, this is the first time that Nigeria would have 3 boxers at the Olympics. This is the very first time. We've not had 3 at the same time. And when you look at especially the women's category, Cynthia Ogunshemilore, she's competing in the 60 kg category. I've seen clips of her as well. I've not really seen her on a consistent level, but I've seen clips and she has some some mothers,
But we also have Omole Dolapo in the 57 kg
and Olaore Olaitan in the 92 kg. To be fair, because of the competition, I'm not really expecting much from the male side. I don't know. Maybe they can shock us or make an upset. But from the female side, I think there's a big chance for a medal.
And I'm going to back one person. I don't know who I'm backing. I just know one of them is going to come back with a medal.
Okay.
I'm not going to go gold medal or anything because you never know. But if we're ever going to break that jinx and finally get our gold medal, this might be the time to do it, and to probably come from, like you said, the women. But what strategies are you going to be looking at for betting on boxing this Olympics? Or are you going to be betting on boxing at all?
Of course, I like to try my hands on new stuff, But just like our watchword on Betting Expert Nigeria, we prefer you go for things that you are more certain about. So even if you are someone that doesn't follow boxing a lot, just take money you can always afford and to lose.
To be fair, the general boxing that we kind of bet on already, is a lot different from
tournament
boxing. Even I think the scoring is a bit different.
It's different.
And all that. So you just have to know what they are looking out for, and know, you see what the bookmakers are saying, you see what everybody's saying, just paying attention to conversations. But let me give you my tips, and then Kolade will give you his. So here are my tips for boxing. If you want to bet on boxing at the Olympics, first of all, you check out the boxer. Now in the Olympics, the country is represented. It's not about the person specifically. It's always about country, because it's a tournament for different countries. However, if a country is fielding a boxer that has been to an Olympics in the past, that's someone that you should definitely bet on. Also, check out the qualifying stats. That's very important. In countries or continents with a strong boxing culture, qualifiers can be as tough as the main event, and I'm looking at you, Cuba. Cuba
South America and the likes.
America as well. But we know that America, the trials are always very intense. So make sure you check out the qualifying for the countries you want to bet on before making your bet, and also check out the fighter story. Now, countries are represented in the Olympics, but some boxers are looking to go pro after the Olympics. So if you recognize any fighter with prospects,
there's no motivation for him.
Yes, so that's who you should bet on. So these are very important tips, and just let that guide you when you make your bets. How about you, Kolade?
Yeah, I think I have just two basic but important tips that boxing lovers should follow if they want to follow boxing at the upcoming Olympics. The first one is the fact that since it is a tournament format, you should look at the bracket. If you remember during the football season, where we were talking about Copa America, we were so sure that Argentina would get to the final. Why? Because we looked at their bracket and we saw that they were going to avoid powerhouses like Brazil and Uruguay or whatever up until the final. So when you look at the bracket and you see they put Nigeria in the same bracket with Cuba and US, please don't be patriotic. Avoid it, because there is nothing, there is most likely nothing that person will do. So when you look at the brackets and you see the matchups, you'll be in a better position to weigh which boxer has a better chance to come out, create an upset and whatnot. Another thing to also follow is, if you have a chance to watch these games live, you can also consider live betting, especially in the female category. If you see that before the match there were 6 odds for this person to win, but you see the match has started, the person on 6 odds has started with a bang, maybe he or she has won the first 2 rounds, then you know that, okay, I'm going to back this guy to go all the way, and you still get value for odds at that point, because prior to the start of the game the person was not the favorite to win. So like boxing for tournament is very delicate to bet on, because you really don't have much stats to deal with. You're only dealing with what you saw them do in the qualifying stages and whatnot. So
and for some of the boxers, you may not really know them.
You may not really know them. This might be some of them. For instance, so for the Nigerian, this might be first shot at it. You just really don't know what you're getting.
So anyway, just make sure that you are taking all these tips into consideration when making your bets during the Olympic Games. But that is all we can take on this video today. The Olympics are almost here, so start gearing up, start preparing your strategies, and make sure that you follow us, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, so that you can get updates and tips and anything you need to guide your betting during the Olympics. Thank you very much for joining us. Catch you later.
Have a box-filled week.
Ciao.